concert. My name is Kendall Jones, and I am the Orchestra Director at Blaylock Middle School, and I also have the honor of serving as the Region 31 Orchestra Division Chair. The Symphony Orchestra seated before you is composed of 9th through 12th grade students who were selected through competitive auditions. They represent the best musicians in their schools. Many hours of practice and private lessons have gone into preparing the audition and learning the concert music. Please honor these students' hard work by turning off all cell phones and noise-making devices. I would also ask that you only leave or enter the auditorium between musical selections when you hear applause. Also, please do not approach the stage to take pictures. You may meet your child in the foyer in front of the auditorium after they have turned in their music. Thank you in advance for your cooperation with this. All Region concert plaques, t-shirts, and memorabilia are available for purchase in the D hallway right here. Proceeds go to support the TNEA Scholarship Fund. There are many people to thank for all their hard work in making this weekend's clinic and today's concert a great success. I would like to thank Shabria Ray and Melissa Lawley, RL Turner Orchestra directors, as well as RLT students and parents for allowing us to use your fantastic space and for being wonderful hosts. Hosting an event of this magnitude takes countless hours of preparation on top of regular school obligations, and we thank you for your amazing and selfless efforts. Please join me in recognizing Ms. Ray and Ms. Lawley and the student and parent volunteers from the RL Turner community for all their hard work. Thank you to the orchestra directors as well as private lesson teachers who give countless hours of time and energy to the students on stage. If you are a teacher of one of these students, please stand so we can recognize your contribution to the success of these wonderful musicians. Thank you to the parents and families for supporting your students, encouraging practice and private lessons, and most importantly, for understanding the importance of an arts-inclusive education for your child. At this point, I would like to introduce the organizers of this orchestra. The organizer is a key element in the success of the orchestra. Organizers put folders together for the students, take care of the conductors, and help in meeting the students' needs through the clinic process. The organizers for the Symphony Orchestra this year are Jessica Harry and Jeray Devlin from Newman Smith High School in CFE ISD. Please join me in recognizing them for all their hard work. I'd also like to thank our Winds and Bronx sectional coach Aaron Duggar from Coppell High School and our professional organizer Nicholas Menilun from HBISD for their help this weekend. Following the region auditions, many of these students continue on in the all-state audition process. Students, if you qualified for the area distinction in band or recorded for all-state and orchestra, please stand. Thank you, students, in this list. Also, some students have already been selected for the All-State Orchestra. Students, if you were selected for the Texas All-State Orchestra this year, please stand one more time. Thank you, students, and listen. The conductor for the Symphony Orchestra is Desiree Overy, Director of Orchestras at Seven Lakes High School in Katy ISD. Ms. Overy is a very talented and sought-after clinician, and I am so excited that she returned home to Carrollton to spend the last 2 days with the students of Region 31. Ms. Overy, if you could join me on stage, we have a small token of our appreciation to share with you. This plaque is in recognition of your outstanding leadership and musicianship in this performance of the Region 31 Symphony Orchestra. Congratulations and thank you from all of us here in Region 31. This time, please join me in welcoming to the stage the concertmaster of the High School Symphony Orchestra, Anthony Verza from LD Bell High School.
Oops. Hello, everybody. My name is Desiree O'Reilly, and I'm the director of orchestras at Seven Lakes High School in Katy, Texas. I have some acknowledgments, so please bear with me. I'll try and make everything very, very quickly. It was many moons ago when I was a student at Newman Smith High School. When I was a kid, my favorite concerts were these concerts. So region concerts were amazing to me because it was coming together with other like-minded students to play some of the greatest symphonic literature. And it was something that I always looked forward to every year. Never in my wildest dreams that a brief 35 years later that I would be returning to conduct the very group that I was a member of for many years. So thank you so much to Kendall Jones, Region 31 Orchestra Chair, for your kind invitation. I feel so honored that I was invited. You've already heard, but thank you so much for our symphony organizers, Jessica Harry and Jerry Dublin, for giving up your entire weekend to manage these fantastic students. I'd also like to thank our sectional clinicians, Aaron Digger, Nick Manaloon, and Jessica Harry, who, before our first Friday rehearsal together, got to work teaching our young musicians after a full day of teaching their own students. Additionally, I'd like to thank Brian Sexton, who is subbing in tonight last minute for a missing student. Sectional clinicians, musicians, and organizers, if you will please indulge me, can we all give them a round of applause again? And thank you to our unsung heroes, all of our music educators, as someone in the trenches alongside with you. This is a tough job. Thank you for giving up your weeknights and yet another weekend away from your family so that your students can have this marvelous opportunity. Thank you for the daily instruction, after-school help sessions, sectionals, and rehearsals, and thank you for investing in the leaders of tomorrow. Can all of the music educators in the audience please stand up to receive the most gracious and ardent applause? Thank you to all our parents for providing the students with quality instruments and private lessons and the more intangibles like opportunity, encouragement, a supportive ear, and your time and presence at your child's concert. I know that this is a tough age and that they may not want your presence at times, but thank you for the hours that you spend schlepping kids and instruments back and forth from rehearsals and sectionals, private lessons, auditions, concerts. It shows your love, support, and devotion to your children. Your kids may not always thank you, but I sure will. Students, please give your parents a round of applause. But above all, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much to the students on this stage. Thank you for going on this journey with me. The students are intelligent, brave, and talented, and work so hard through about 7 hours of rehearsal. It's always an honor to bring the world's greatest music to the next generation of professional musicians. To all in our audience, these kids on this stage are why we educators do this. Our final piece of music is one of my all-time favorite pieces, the finale from Sibelius' Second Symphony. Sibelius lived in the Romantic to modern era and is known as a pivotal figure in Finnish nationalism. And this work is an iconic expression of his homeland struggle for independence from Russia. The themes and the melodies are heroic, tumultuous, despondent, and inspiring. In my humble opinion, this work is a Mount Everest of symphonic literature. And you'll hear all of us reach the summit at the end of the movement. I'm just so humbled to bring this work to this audience and this group of students. They are amazing. Region 31, thank you again.
Thank you.